知道意思吗？我先重申一个立场，我不是反文法哈。知道文法有很多好处，你可以验证你现在看的东西，但是它不是唯一而且最好的路啊。如果你要当语言学家，你可以研究文法Even if these new rules are explained, they are difficult to remember or apply. Okay. I remember I memorized a lot of grammar rules when I was a high school student, because in order to get a good grade of the English test. But that's a terrible experience, right? But whenever I want to think about the grammar rule, not only but also what should I do? Do I need to reverse the order? When I doing speaking, I cannot do that. It's a real time. It's too late to think about that. And explain the grammar, easy, but when you explain, so what? You still cannot apply it and remember. So that is why it is easier to focus on meaning and listening and gradually let the language penetrate your brain. Here use the word penetrate. Does any of you know this word? If you read a lot, maybe you will encounter this word. What is penetrate? Penetrate. Something come into gradually, deeply. Penetrate. Let the language penetrate into your brain. Get into. 穿透, 渗透, penetrate. Number 4, when we read, we are also listening and speaking. Interesting. Reading, mostly using our eyes. Psychologists are very interesting in this familiar. They put a human, they let a human being wear some special devices. And when they read something, when they talk, when they listen, they have a special device can reflect which part of the brain activate most. They want to decode the secret of the brain. The brain have a different part. Each one may control different aspect of language ability. Some part in charge of the speaking, some part in charge of the listening, some part in charge of the reading. But sometimes you will find that reading, when you read, you think, and actually you talk yourself and you listen. Strange, amazing, right? You are not looking at the word only, no. They find that they are correlated. So this can partly explain why read a lot can improve understanding and listening and speaking. But not only rely on reading, your major pronunciation improvement is still from listening. But reading play the role. Okay? So you got to do both. Okay, that's reading. Reading is a powerful way to learn language. When we read in a foreign language, we vocalize. Vocalize means you try in some way to produce a sound. Maybe you can hear, maybe just in the inner voice. You say to yourself quietly. Okay? When you look at a word, do you read to yourself the silent sound? But it's still sound, but silently. It's vocalize the sound, right? But let me ask you, when you read something, even without a sound, If you have a wrong pronunciation, you got a wrong vocalized sound, right? 譬如说我这个很难解释啊，你现在在心中念这一段，不是只有看，我就说在心中念这一段的发音，每一个人可能有的对，有的错，对不对？当你在心中念，你怎么念？ You read it based on the sound image you thought you learned. Somewhere you just read it. So if the sound image, the pattern is wrong, the output is wrong. 我讲了一个很玄的字 ，sound image. Sound image. It is a sound or image. It's an abstract concept. It said there's a research about this. How we pronounce the sound correctly. When we first time heard of the sound, our brain create the image somewhere. Image, which is related to the sound. And when we want to produce it, we use this sound image to reproduce it. So you can see how important this sound image is, right or wrong. How do you create a sound image? It's based on input. So if your teacher, if you're old enough, your teacher is not a native speaker, maybe have a very strong Taiwanese English accent, we can see that case, that generation of students, their pronunciation have their teacher's copy. Because the teacher's input create his sound image. Okay? If you believe this is so powerful. Your job, if you want to pronounce better, very simple. Rebuild a better sound image. That's it. And only way you can rebuild it is not to do the operation. No. I know it's hard. If you already have the one sound that exists in your brain, how do you replace it? That takes time. Sometimes you will never get rid of the old one. It's been living there for more than 20 years. You wonder, you say, I would like to kick it out of my brain. It's very, very difficult. I have this experience. I know this sound should be pronounced that way, but I just can't. When I speak faster, my wrong pattern just come out automatically. I cannot control it. You know what I mean? Even teacher sometimes pronounce the sound incorrectly. But I know the correct form. How come I pronounce it incorrectly? When I speak something fluently, I am not using my brain to control the sound. So the sound image, they will come out. So if it's a right pattern, it come out right. If it's a wrong pattern, it come out wrong. Maybe you will have a two sound image. This one is the 10 years old, you build it. And now you have a CD correct version. Okay. Kind of interfering thing, but this is the so far I know scientific way you want to override. Okay, let's move on. Reading is a powerful way to learn language. When we read a foreign language, we vocalize. We are, in fact, speaking the sound of the world and listen to ourselves. We have the added advantage of seeing the visual form of the world, which help us remember them. Okay, turn to the next. Number 5 is about how listening helps reading. Number 4 is about how reading helps listening and speaking, okay, and writing.